All right, here's how you go and look up any motivated seller in the country, and you'll see quickly how to do this. So when you come into the screen, it's very simple. This is in the smart system provided by Real Estate Worldwide. You can quickly look up by county. You can look up by city. You can look up by zip. It really doesn't matter. Here, I'm going to do it by county very quickly. And I'm going to go to Florida. Let's just go to Broward County, Florida. Hit continue. Okay, so when I come in here, you can see that it's automatically by default, it has this include vacant properties selected, which brings up immediately 21,224 properties. I can now go and do whatever I want. If I'm not looking for vacant properties, I simply uncheck the box. It'll change all the search criteria very quickly, right? So it's changing everything over here. But we're going to leave include vacants. We're also going to say that of the vacants, we only want to show vacants where the owner lives out of state. We want to omit properties that are in the MLS. We only want to show residential properties. We want to show properties that have 4 bedrooms or less. We want to only show properties built after, let's just say, 1970. And I can continue to go down. I can go down and do even more search criteria for owners. Owners that and owners that all the same criteria above, and the owner is over the age of 55. And of the owners that are over the age of 55 that have a vacant property that's in 4 bedrooms or less, built after 1970, that is residential, not in the MLS, and the owner lives out of state, of those, only showing the properties that have 55% or 50% or more equity. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here and creating levels of motivation and basically getting these things extremely, extremely targeted in. If I also want to put on there, only show me properties where the owner, all the same criteria, but the owner is actually even financially distressed. It's all it's doing is changing my criteria over here. And what it's doing is it's created a list of here's 2,534 properties in Broward County that fit that exact criteria right now. Again, vacant, where the owner lives out of state, not in the MLS, residential, 4 bedrooms or less, built after 1970, owners over the age of 55. And now I can go in and I can zoom right into the areas that I actually farm in my location and say, I want to create a list here, this zip code right here, do whatever I want, or I can just basically clear and say, I don't want any of them. And it will just give me all 2,534 properties. But if I wanted to get in and get really specific, I could. So here's 2,534 properties that fit that exact criteria at this exact moment in time. Again, vacant with all those other layers. And what this is doing is this generating a view for me. Okay, so now here's all these properties. And now I can actually see the properties and see the owner's information. So here's Margaret Johnson. She owns this property she lives in Minneapolis. She owns this property at 8172 Pine Circle in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Here's Margaret's phone number. Here's Margaret's mailing address. And if I want to see how many other properties Margaret owns I hit this, and here's other properties that are owned by the person at that exact same mailing address. If I want to know more about this particular property, I hit this magnifying glass. It'll tell me that currently the tax assessed value on this property is $197,000. It was built in 1980, paying approximately $4,644 in taxes. It's $88 a foot. It's 1,834 square feet. It's 3 bedrooms, 2-bath. You can see all the data is right here. Now it gets even better than this because quickly, if I just want to go and select all these properties, I'll just go select them. You see now I've selected and hit print your letters. And now what the system's going to do for me is immediately order a direct mail campaign right to all of those letters. So all of my information has now been merged with all of those letters. It's got my logo. It's got the individuals that I'm mailing to right there. This is an example of what the letter is going to look like. If I wanted to self-print, I could. If I want to send to the mail house, I would right here. If I want to edit any of the information, my information, I would just click this button. And right here in the owner profile, I can update all of my information very quickly. Otherwise, I would just click send to mail house, and immediately it will send all of those letters, 2,500 letters, it'll send that file over to our third-party mail house. And I just tell it exactly what I want to mail to them. So I want to mail the letter. I want to include a picture of the property on the letter. So I'm going to say, hey, make them an AccuPix mailer. I want to make sure it's on white paper. I want to make sure it has black ink. Hit continue. I want it to be a number 10 envelope. I want it to be first class with a stamp postage right here. And boom, there's the entire order. I hit continue and the entire order is ready to go. So all those letters will be mailed right now with a first class stamp, exactly with the picture of the property on it, for basically the cost of, I'm mailing it for $1 each, 2,534 letters, $2,534 out the door. That's taking me all of less than 2 minutes. And I have a direct seller campaign going out the door to people that are highly, highly, highly targeted. Vacant properties over the age of 1970, the owners over the age of 55, financially distressed, 4 bedrooms or less, owner lives out of state, and the property is not in the MLS. Doesn't get any easier than that, guys.